Welcome to part 2 of the interview with Malika, my friend and chef of the Still Life Café in Independence, California. If you haven't caught part 1, see the link above. Feel free to go back and watch it, or start with part 2. Either way, enjoy.
Fast. No, but I'm enjoying this. Thank you.
I know. Because whether
you are wonderful.
Whether or not we use the whole thing, whether or not we use the whole thing, we don't know, but it's good.
Not only is it still life because there's still life and then still life, but I noticed you have a lot of art on your walls, and it looks like through our conversations at dinner that it's just been through the years that people just give art to.
This is our private collection that over the years we gathered photographs and paintings from the area by this man called Shyro. He was showing his work here for years, at least I would say 15 years.
Oh, so you would allowed to have
yeah,
on the
like
wall
he had
and
a gallery, so this
okay.
would be like a gallery for him. He had one in Santa Barbara, and we loved his work. So for years I didn't see my own personal,
Yeah, when you first opened, it would have been just his stuff.
No, when we opened, we had our own.
You already.
And we had more than that, but the others, after this guy moved to Switzerland and he came and gathered his work, then
You just fill in the holes.
my son helped me put back some, but a lot of them, maybe it's not even in the right order that my husband did, but I was trying to fill up the walls quickly because I cannot do that. I have vertigo, climbing on a ladder. So anyway, so now, every painting, every photo has a story.
Is that
Those two pictures are actually from a French guy we met here at the restaurant. And he was traveling, he traveled a lot in North Africa, like in Algeria, which was exceptional because just to be able to get a visa and go there and take pictures in those days. So he went to the south and he visited like Sahara Desert. And this is like a very special town in the desert, ancient, called the Mozabit town, and they are Orthodox.
No.
So Orthodox Muslims.
Okay.
So it's a closed city, and like an oasis. And the families are all practically very closed. No strangers, foreigners can enter, but you can enter during the day. Trade, shop. I mean, they trade, and they are they make things, and
Like you can't move there if you wanted to move.
You have to leave the city at a certain time.
Oh wow!
At sunset, I think you have to leave the city. Yeah, you cannot stay there.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, it is. I want to go and visit.
Have you never been?
No, I mean Algeria is so big. I just know Algiers and the mountains. But there are so many places to visit. So and this is a piece of furniture that my husband, just got from LA when he was in construction, working in
the
building.
Corner cabinets. I just grabbed it really quick.
And it was from a business that burned down, big warehouse, and this thing burned down too, but he fixed it. And you can see he left the top just to show. So that's how the whole piece of furniture looked, because it was burned down too. So he fixed it and brought it back.
Yeah, corner cabinets are very 30s.
Yeah.
20s, 30s.
True.
And the building itself is, you said over 100 years old?
Yes, 1896. And this is all the bottles of champagne that we drank with friends on top, that shell. That friends
they all have special memories.
And that bucket, my husband found it in the desert, smashed it more, and then hang it with a Joshua tree frame.
Oh, made from Joshua trees.
Yeah, a friend of ours in Darwin made that frame. He made a lot of frames with Joshua trees. because I like rusty things in Darwin, you know. Old shoes. I found old shoes. Oh, here I have an old shoe I found in Darwin, and that used to be like a men's boot, you know, a working boot. Look at
gosh!
Look at what the desert does.
It's like a little.
It's like a rock.
Oh yeah, no, but the base of it.
Oh yeah, the leathers seem to be like retracting and.
Well, but also I guess this might have been giving them some traction or something.
Yeah. And that used to be a men's boot.
And it just shrank down.
Yes, with time and weather.
Oh, I love old things.
It's full of spider webs. I have spider webs everywhere. My husband liked spider webs. He thought they were
Rustic.
nice to catch flies.
Yeah, I can even see the stitching here on this. Okay, so everybody at home. I got my nose in it and I'm like, oh my gosh. Just, I love, one of the things for myself that I discovered when I moved to Death Valley, I think it was probably because of school. I really didn't understand how long ago modern things were. Like, and so when I would be finding stuff from the 1800s and like the 1880s and stuff, and I'm thinking, well, that seems so modern. Like, I didn't think that came around to like the 40s or something. And so that has been my education, because you go to the mining camps and you just find stuff that,
yes,
you know, and so you know it was before the 1900s. And like one of the most fascinating things that I found was a milk glass container for cheese. It was like a shelf-stable cheese that they had.
Really?
And I'm thinking, okay, of course. Why wouldn't you have a shelf-stable cheese from the 1800s? Like, I don't know. But in my mind, I think that growing up, you just think like, you know, oh no, they got electricity in like the 40s or something. I don't know. I'm always fascinated by.
The most interesting thing I found was a beautiful lavender bowl. It became lavender with sun.
Oh yes,
for China ink.
Oh.
It was really delicate bowl, and you know, with a nice cover, and where you dip your pen.
Oh yeah.
And when they were writing with, you know, ink, with this beautiful, you know, how do you call it, penmanship?
Cursive. They don't do cursive anymore. Well, I mean, some people do, but not the children. That's one of the.
It's a shame.
That's one of the things they joke about. They're like, "Oh, I'm going to write the instructions in cursive and give you a stick shift car, and we'll weed out the."
I got all that. The stick shift car and the cursive.
We'll weed out everybody that's
and then the fingers that the teacher would like hit you on the fingers.
Oh yeah. I tell people that there was
so
they could hit you, and they, you know, I remember
pull your ears, break the children's glasses, pinch you.
Yeah.
We had bruises.
Yeah, and it was
and
like
the parents thought it was normal. My father didn't think it was normal. He went and complained.
Well, yeah, because at some point,
and the teacher was like shocked. Like, why are you complaining? It's my job to hit your children.
it's my job to beat you.
Frankly, you know, God, school was a nightmare.
Yeah.
You know, and if you ask, I remember I asked to go to the toilet, and we had this classroom in a very old building. 4 years ago when I went down, it was completely destroyed. It was like a rock building, wood, looked like a mini church. And I remember the classroom, everything was in wood. We had a fireplace, a stove, and we had those tables, you know, like in wood, and
and you sit and the little thing comes out.
And I wanted to go to the bathroom. For some reason, he punished some of us more than others, and he said no. He sent me to the end of the classroom by the stove, and I had to stand up for hours. He didn't allow me to go to the bathroom, so I peed on the wooden floor, you know. And my father was like on top of him all the time, but they didn't care. There was no law.
Yeah.
It's like the Far West in those days, you know, you do whatever you want.
Wild West. I tell people I went to a private Christian school in Los Angeles, and there was corporal punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my friends,
my generation,
it was bizarre.
It was bizarre.
On some levels, I mean, I get the ruler, like, you know.
But now it's even more bizarre, because now there is no...
There's nothing, it's all
It's like... Teachers are afraid of children now.
Yeah,
you know?
They want to be friends.
They want to be friends, yeah.
And so, so then you had something else that you brought here.
Oh, Tintin.
This is...
Who didn't read Tintin when you were a kid in Europe? But I met a lot of American children who read Tintin. So this is a French
Yeah, this is a French book.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what I heard a few years ago? The first edition sold for over $1 million. Mine is like for 1945. The other one was like 1943. You know, and I rushed and I thought maybe this book is worth something, but no, the first edition.
So when you were growing up, did you dream about the West?
Oh, I dreamed about America since I was like, I would say 7, 8 years old. I even tried to go to America when I was 8 years old. I crossed the forest with my friend at 4 p.m. in winter, and we were living at the border of Germany, like a dark forest, cold. And it was like 3, 4 p.m. after class, and I said, today we are going to go to America. She said, are you sure? I said, yes. So we just had our jacket and we walked in the forest, and we were actually, I was following the light in the trees. I call that a clairière, which means, you know, that, I don't know, in English you have a term for that. It's like, you know, when the sun set and you have the last light in the trees and it's slowly dimming.
Like dusk.
Yes. And we were following that light. I was following that light. She didn't know where we were going. Me, I thought the light was America. At the end, when I reached the light, it would be America. Ah. And the more we advanced in the forest, in the dark, and we were getting scared. She was getting more scared than me. I said, no, let's keep going. The light is still there. And then the light disappears, of course. There was no more light, and we were in complete darkness. We walked, and somehow we were able to make it on a road, country road. Actually, we were in Luxembourg. By just crossing the forest, we ended up in Luxembourg, and then this police car stops, and he finds 2 little girls, 7, 8 years old, walking.
To America?
He said, what are you doing here? Where are you going? I said, we wanted to go to America. He started laughing. He said, get in the car right now. And then, luckily, she had an aunt in Luxembourg, so because nobody had phones in our families. But her aunt had a business, she had a restaurant, so she had a phone. She contacted the restaurant. We had one unique bar restaurant in my little village, our village. They contacted the owner, who contacted her parents, who contacted my parents, and then they came and picked us up. That was my first trip to America, missed trip. And then after that, you know, I was, you know, like my husband, he was older than me, but somehow we watched the same movies. I'm a cinephile, I love movies. And I watch all the Western movies, you know, and all the black and white.
Where'd you meet your husband?
In Los Angeles, through another boyfriend of mine, who was French also. Somehow I tried to avoid the French, but they were always there.
What do you think? Well, probably because you know each other. Or I mean, like it's culturally familiar, maybe?
Yeah, because at the beginning I really tried to avoid the French community because I really wanted to expand and really be in the American culture and learn the language. I didn't want to end up speaking French all day long, that's for sure. And then I met Michel, who had an eclectic group of friends also like me, and we ended up being friends and going to jazz clubs and Hollywood Bowl and Darwin.
So you were friends first?
Oh yeah, we were friends, best friends for 3 years.
Aww.
Yeah.
That makes the best.
And I would complain to him about the boyfriend I had, like, oh my God, he's so boring. Then he would make me a cup of verbena tea, you know, after I went clubbing. I was so bored with all these guys that I would knock on his door, and he said he was waiting for me. He told me years later, I was always waiting for your step on the stairs. And then he would have the couch ready for me, and he would make me a cup of verbena. It's like, you know, after clubbing, 2 o'clock in the morning. And we would talk 2 minutes, and I would sleep, and I felt peaceful. I would always complain about the boyfriends. And he was very happy every time I complained about it.
Well, yeah, because she secretly was waiting for you to notice him.
He was in love, yes.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Which is that's friends are good. That's a good way to.
Yeah, that's what I tell my daughter. I said, you know what? The best relationship you can have with a partner is like friendship to start with. If there is no friendship, it's not going to work long term, you know.
Yeah, because one is about compromise too, right?
Of course, it's hard work. Believe
Very
me,
hard work.
I can tell you that. Especially we worked together for 30 years.
Would he, other than fixing the property and stuff, would
He was
like,
the
wait
entertainment.
table and
Oh
come
yes, he
and
did
seat
everything.
you and
Yes, he did everything, and I was lucky to have him because he could entertain people. He knew also a lot of things, and he was really a jazz connoisseur. So he could talk jazz for hours and classical music. So that's all we listened to when my kids were growing up. Oh, we had a little bit of, at the beginning in the 80s, we had a friend who had a store in Los Angeles, a music store, and we were selling bootlegs of artists that like Miles Davis, who played with Prince in a very tiny venue, and he would sell them to Japanese or German. They were very much into bootlegs at the time. So I discovered a lot about music with him.
I just now learned that there's bootleg jazz. I have a lot of bootleg house music from the DJs.
Oh, yes.
Back in the day, they would come to the club, they would play their set, they record it, and you'd go to the record store on the weekend and buy, your memory from the. But I didn't know there was bootleg jazz, and I know bootleg Grateful Dead's because there's. Like if you want a Grateful Dead album, there's bootlegs of this show over in New York.
Grateful Dead, I'd never heard about them until I came in 1981. And then this friend, it was like 1984 when I came back. And this French girl who was dating this guy, told me, we're going to a concert. Do you want to come? Grateful Dead. I said, no, I don't know this band. I said, yeah, I'll go. I never saw so many hippies. I thought the hippies disappeared in 1986 or 84. It was like crazy. I just got high just being surrounded by those people. That was great time. And then I discovered that band, and then people told me this is a very important band. People are following them everywhere.
Yeah. Well, even as musicians, I didn't realize until I got older that not only did they follow you and they had that weird, deadhead and they followed, but as musicians, they were incredible, because it wasn't my cup of tea either, really. I got to see them once before, 2 weeks before Jerry passed.
It was strange for me. It was impressive. It was my first.
Well, I just learned recently too that their sound system that they toured with was so like out of this world and so massive that's why they had all these big stars that would want to play with them that didn't make sense. Like I saw Chuck Berry open for them when I saw them, and I'm thinking, okay, that's a different thing. Why is Chuck Berry playing with the Grateful Dead? That's not, on Blueberry Hill or whatever that guy, and it was because of their sound system. I just learned recently.
Well, so it was interesting for me experience to see the Grateful Dead. And when I tell that to people, they say, "Oh, really? You saw that band?" I said, "Yeah, it's by accident because I didn't even know who they were."
It's good to see different people.
Oh, it is. It is
good to see different people. I like that you have jazz playing in here.
Oh, we love jazz.
I
get tired of everything else most of the time. After a while, jazz and classical is really something that we always listen. Even my children, I changed all their toys, with the stupid music from Disney, and then I would put, what's his name? Eric Satie. They heard Eric Satie for the first 2 years of their life. Only Eric Satie. When they were falling asleep. That's what I put in there. The toy that goes around.
The mobile and
mobile. Yes.
Yes.
Because I hated those music from Disney, I just disliked them so much. And everything sounded the same.
Yeah.
So I would play a tape from Eric Satie, and they still saw that thing turning around.
Look at it.
And they had good music that put them asleep right away. I mean, Eric Satie is like so relaxing.
Well, I almost came and got you out of the kitchen the other night because I was listening and I said, "Oh my gosh, this is a sample from a house like a hip hop artist that I like." And I've of course a lot of hip hop is laid with samples, but I could. And I'm like, okay, that's where they got it from. I don't even know what we were listening to, or if it was a CD that you play. So, or
no,
you just have it on the radio or something.
Yeah, Pandora.
Pandora, yeah. So I should have got up and went, "Who is this?" Because I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this is not hip hop. This is jazz playing.
Actually, I had XM radio, and at one point I just got annoyed.
Yeah.
They were playing the same thing, you know. Even in classical, they would play.
The same Mozart, the same Bach,
Yes, the same
the
pieces of
seasons,
rhythm.
and the ones that
yeah.
everybody knows.
Yeah, so I got tired of that.
So yeah, that's the. It's just such a lovely experience, and I will have this. I'll mention to people that there's a Thai restaurant in Pahrump.
Oh,
that
really?
I love, but it always comes with a disclaimer, in that if you are in a hurry,
What does
you
it mean?
order.
It comes with a
Disclaimer, because when you tell people you need to go to this restaurant and it's the most amazing food you've ever had, well, people often want amazing
Fast. Doesn't go together.
No, they don't go
Usually,
together.
no.
And Max is, I mean, if I wanted to pick up my food to go, I need to call an hour ahead. But Max is, I joke that he's Italian. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like Italian, because Italians, they sit, and so I didn't realize that French do too, but
Yes.
that it is very, because the first time I went to like a true Italian restaurant, I was there for 4.5 hours, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's not surprising.
You
In
know?
Spain, the same. You know,
Yeah,
North
yeah.
Africa, the same. People spend a long time at the table.
It's about
you know,
to-
it's the
yes.
time together with family and friends.
And so that's definitely, and so I knew coming in, but I would say that that's the same as when you come to eat here. If you're in a hurry, then you order your
I used
food
to have
go.
those little signs on the table that
Little
says
t-
if you're in a hurry, you know, blah, blah. But now,
Like-
you know, it's like I shouldn't do it again. But
Well, no, but it is a little, because some people will say about Max, you know, they'll be like, oh my gosh, you know, I never get out of there. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, because, and his mom cooks, they're from Thailand. And so Max, and he's a very unique character. He'll order food for you. You know, it's kind of like how you're saying, like, you'll just come in and
well,
be
if
like,
you're in Pahrump still, I'll come and visit
yes,
you.
please, and we'll go to Max, and it'll be, and his mom cooks, and
That's why everybody goes to buy the fireworks for the 4th of July,
Yes.
or the guns,
Uh-huh.
and the
Oh, yeah.
bullets.
Oh,
They had
everything.
this huge store. My son was, you know, like he liked some guns when he turned 18, you know, like which everybody does. And then one of his friends contacted me and said, oh, you should come to Pahrump. We have this huge store. And I thought, wow, that's why Californians go to
oh yeah, you're not
Pahrump.
supposed to, but they
No,
do.
you're not supposed to.
Oh my gosh, we do, and
You're not supposed to bring guns, fruits,
and fireworks.
and fireworks.
There was a man who 2 years ago there was a man in Los Angeles who had a whole truck.
Wow.
And
I think there are some checkpoints sometimes
Yeah.
where they, I mean, if you go just before the holidays, before the 4th of July,
They're looking for you.
For sure, you're gonna get stopped. But if you go 6 months before,
Yeah,
that'll be okay.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Cigarettes too. They go there because
No
cigarettes there is no tax.
and we have to go to Shoshone for lottery tickets
Why?
because we don't have lottery in Nevada. We have gambling, legal gambling, but no lottery.
Oh, really? That's so strange.
Isn't that strange that we allow
is.
gambling but not lottery?
Gambling
So-
and prostitution.
Yeah, gambling and prostitution is illegal but not the lottery.
Do you know that bordello in Betty? You know that. Is it still?
No, the Shady Lady, the one that's right outside
Was
of
it
Beatty.
pink? It was like a pink building. I don't remember.
Well, the Shady Lady was, I think, the pink one, and that has
Okay.
the airplane, and that's gone. And there's another one that's right before maybe Goldfield or somewhere between Goldfield and Tonopah. That's a bed and breakfast now.
Oh, nice.
So it's like different. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like so they have themed rooms and it's a little bed and breakfast. And then the ones outside of my town have reopened.
They have.
Yeah,
reopened.
they have reopened, and the one in Amargos on the 95, the Alien Cat House has reopened. It's fascinating. I say people, and as I always remind people, there's no town in Nevada that has. It has to be an unincorporated. It's in the unincorporated county of Nye, and it has to be not in a town.
So they have to be outside of the town.
Yes.
That's why you see those buildings a little bit outside.
Yes. And so
okay.
people think that ours are in Pahrump because you have to drive through Pahrump, but they're not. It's outside of the town limits. I always correct people. I'm like, we don't have brothels in Pahrump. It's next door, in the unincorporated.
So I'll come and visit you, and we'll have
Yes.
Thai food.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care if it takes 3 hours to get the food.
Oh, this would be great.
Yeah.
I love Max.
As long as it's good.
Oh,
But I'm not in a hurry anyway. Once you're in the desert, you should not be in a hurry.
That's what I used to hate when people come to Death Valley Junction and they say, I have 4 hours. Where do I go? And I say, just go
Do
like
nothing,
this.
just sit down and watch.
Yeah, I just say, go to this on your map and pick and go
Yes,
one place.
true.
I'm like, how did you come here? You know, there was a man flew with his wife and child from China. He had 36 hours on the ground.
Wow.
That's how bad that's all he had. And so
I don't
then
think I
made
could
them,
fly that much. I don't think I could fly that much.
Yeah, because it takes 24 hours, right? To
Yeah.
fly. And I just sent him.
Minimum,
I said,
I would say.
please. I said, oh, sir, please go here and here and call it good. Otherwise, you're going to be spending all your day driving around. You're not going to
True.
be able to. But that was the quickest trip from the longest distance I've ever met.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I'm like 4 hours away from Death Valley, and I find it hard just to drive there.
Yeah. Well, my best friend Raiden had lived in Pahrump for 22 years and had never been to Death Valley until I made her go.
Parisians live in Paris, they don't go on the Eiffel Tower either.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That makes sense. If you're at the junction in the summer though, it's filled with French people and German.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Like the whole hotel will just have French people talking.
I know, and they stay locked in their room because they cannot stand the heat.
Well, the Germans you have to be careful. Germans love the heat. They want to have the warmth.
True.
But the French, they're like, oh, they go in the morning and they come home. Yeah.
I mean, I found it hard to send tourists in July, August in Death Valley. It's like Death Valley.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I pride myself on that a little bit.
Yeah, but once you can live in the desert, in this heat, you can survive anywhere, really.
That's true.
You have to be strong to, you know.
Acclimate.
One day in Darwin, we had some friends who came with a child. Jasper, I remember his name because he said something super funny. He was 4 years old. And he comes and we were sitting outside, you know, enjoying the view with a bunch of friends. And he comes and leans on his father and starts whispering, Papa, when are we going back to America? Darwin seemed like another country to him, like a wild country. It does, my mother too. She said, are you sure these people are Americans? Because we had a memorial for Gordon Newell, for Hal's father, and there were like 100 people there. Some of his disciples who worked under him, you know. He was a very famous sculptor. And they were all kind of hippie, you know, from the 60s, 70s, barefoot.
Yeah.
Shredded jeans, hair wild. I was wild too. My hair was like wild. I had an army jacket. And my mother looks at me and she says, oh my God, you used to be such a Parisian. What happened to you? I looked like out of a Mad Max movie or something. My hair was like in an afro, huge. Dust all over me, army pants, big boots. And then she was like, oh my God. And she looked at everybody. She said, are you sure those people are Americans? Because they don't show these people on TV.
Yeah.
At that time, she, you know, the Americans to her looked like the people on Dallas, that show.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like the women
The
are
big
made
hair,
up, the big hair.
shoulder pads,
you
big
know,
fancy clothes.
And everybody's clean, made up, and, you know, and these people didn't look like that. I said, yeah, these people are the real Americans, actually, you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Not the fake from Dallas. That's not real.
That's Hollywood. Don't forget, that's Hollywood.
Yeah, absolutely. Hollywood is good for that.
Oh.
So no, but we had a great time, and she was impressed with the vegetables in the supermarket. Took her to Vons in Bishop, and she has never seen the size of the tomatoes, the bell pepper that were humongous.
Really?
Yeah, of course. We don't have big vegetables like this in Europe. And she said, are those vegetables real? And she was touching them. She said, oh my God, they look too perfect.
What do you mean you don't have big tomatoes? What do you mean? I'm confused here.
Have you seen the size of a bell pepper, for example?
In America, yes.
They're like
big.
this. I mean, I've seen bell peppers like that.
Yeah, but in France,
It's going to be a normal size,
It's just
you know. Yeah.
That's not normal. We don't.
That's
have
not normal. My mother saw it right away, and she thought they were very pretty, beautiful to look at, but she didn't think they were eatable. You could not eat something like this.
And I did.
And I think that we have a lot of similitude. Like you are a passionate person, and you are like, I can be hyper, and my kids are like, Mama, what's wrong? Since I was a kid, I have this moment where my mind is going 1 million miles an hour.
And when you get excited about something, or you get an idea,
or sometimes just like that. Just I get so excited about, I don't even know what. And then I have this quiet moment. But this is, since I've been a kid, I said, it's just my personality. It's true that I was quite hyper when I was a teenager, impatient. But now I have quiet moment where I don't talk for days.
I feel like that sometimes.
Like 2 days in a row. I mean, it's not true because I always speak to my son, my daughter.
Well, yeah, but I know what you're saying. There's because especially maybe even after filming and doing stuff, and then I just need like a day or
where you can find yourself
decompress. Don't
completely. We all need that.
And it is fast, like you said. It's funny how I blame Freud, but I know there was more than Freud about he just made normal things neurotic.
Yeah.
You just made normal.
True. Yeah, I have a complex mind because the more simple are things, the more complicated it looks to me. You see? Mm-hmm. Somebody, hey.
Hi.
Is it open for coffee and stuff?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll be
very He's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So what's going on? Okay, so I have, before we do the end thing, I want to ask a question.
Yes.
So if somebody's watching and has never had French food before, and we come to your restaurant, I think you should pick the French onion soup because that was so good. What would you say should their meal be? I mean, obviously anything you make. But what's your favorite thing to make? Maybe that's the question I'm asking.
We would start with something simple. If somebody never had any French food,
they can tell you that. They can say, "Hey, I've never had French food before, and I watched this video."
Yeah, well,
and Jenni sent me here to experience.
The simple thing would be the croque monsieur, croque madame. That sandwich made with ham and bechamel and filled with cheese.
Okay, I've not had that yet.
It would be the equivalent of a breakfast for us.
Okay.
But it's a sandwich, grilled sandwich. Niçoise, the escargot, the Niçoise salad, which is a typical dish from the south that everybody makes everywhere. It's a great salad for winter.
And I would say ask her what you want to make.
Well,
that's what I would say is ask you.
The bœuf bourguignon is a classic, the beef stew. And
so you have the classics and you have the
I do
special
beef
word.
tongue also. I do this old recipe with beef tongue. I know that it doesn't sound like appealing to everybody, but once it's prepared and
once
ready,
it's in your mouth,
once it's in your mouth, you say, "Oh my God, I didn't expect tongue to taste so good."
That's what the first time I had menudo. Thank God nobody told me what
Tripes,
it was.
yeah.
I would have never tried
it. Sounds disgusting, tripes.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? And now I'm like,
I love menudo.
It's so good.
Yeah, I love tripes. I like all these dishes. Of course, I don't eat as much as I used to. Now I'm more simple in my choice of food. I think as you get older, you eat more simple. But I still want caviar, which I could eat night and day. That's something I fell in love when I was like 20. I was dating this Persian man in LA. He was a student in UCLA. I was going to UCLA Extension. He had like 3 PhD already. He was older than me. And then his parents sent him this beluga caviar. That, I'm telling you, it was large like this, thick like this, And he was not eating it. I said, "You don't eat it?" He said, "No." He hated caviar. So I was eating it with a big spoon. I would go in the fridge and just take a spoon. I would wake up at night, go to the bathroom and go and have a big spoon of caviar and go back to bed with my mouth full of caviar. Because that was the first time I had it and I fell in love with it. And it was a great quality caviar. And then when I was on my own and I wanted to get caviar, I go to those special places where they have caviar. And they sell this tiny little container like this. Oh, it's $150. I said, what? And it's 25 of those. It's not enough. I'm used to the big can. I didn't realize how expensive that item was.
You had no idea.
No idea. I just thought, oh, I love this thing. And then I found out later when I was on my own and I decided, oh, let's go and get some caviar for the weekend. When you're a student, like, no way, it's like a quarter of my rent. I'm not going to eat caviar.
Yeah.
So that's
That's how I feel about sushi sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I can eat quite a bit of sushi, and it gets really.
Me too. I remember that I would eat sushi until I was ready, until there was no more space.
Yeah. And then you stretch a little bit more, and then you make a little bit more space, and then I call it the sushi stretch.
Yeah.
When you just think you don't have more, you kind of stand up and you move a little bit, and then you're like, okay, I got a couple more pieces.
True. The people, I would just suggest to them, like things that they might not have had before, like rabbit. I cook rabbit. The first time I made rabbit, it was on Easter Day, and these people came with their children, and the little girl started crying and telling her mother, she killed the bunny, mommy, she killed the bunny. I thought, I didn't think about that, because we don't have bunnies in France. We have bells. For Easter, we have bells.
Oh.
The bell is the thing that brings you the eggs, not a bunny.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well,
yeah, now I do.
That's.
I had an experience like that when I was about 13.
Yeah.
Going to my adopted dad's brother's house, and they had bunnies in the garage, and how cute! And then at dinner that night, I learned
there was a rabbit.
Yeah, I learned. I was like, and they're like, oh, that was so and so that you and I was playing with today. I'm like, what?
Yeah, we used to eat a lot of rabbit and chicken. My father raised rabbits and chicken. And one day, my sister was 2 years old, and I was like 5 years older. And then he went, got a rabbit, and killed it. But somehow he made a mistake. He didn't kill it properly, so the rabbit started screaming halfway, like a super high scream. We were all traumatized. My father was so traumatized. He took all the rabbits and chickens he had and gave them to the neighbor. He said, no more. I'm done. I'm not doing it ever again. And my father was an animal lover, soft-hearted person.
Oh, yeah.
It was hard for him to kill animals.
Yeah, I'm assuming if more Americans had to kill their own meat, they would
all become vegetarians.
Yeah,
true. It's a hard job. Taking the life, even if
I can barely even skin a fish.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
True.
I mean, I love fresh fish. I love fishing, but for some reason,
if people started doing that, they will eat less meat.
Oh, for sure.
Especially the big ones, like the cows. I like cows. When I drive on this highway, I stop, and especially when they leave them outside, during this period of time, before they take them on the other side of the mountain. I just stop and look at them. They have those big, nice eyes, and they just look at you. They are very peaceful.
I don't have any more jerky for you. No, cutie. Not at all.
I gave you your food this morning.
I know.
Remember?
When you visit, Kalust gets nothing.
So this is a nice tattoo, unusual.
Oh, yes.
What is it?
It's a watercolor.
Oh, it's beautiful. I like it.
And I paint.
Yeah.
I like to paint.
So it doesn't go away?
No, it doesn't go away.
But it's not a tattoo?
It is a tattoo.
Oh, okay.
But it's a tattoo of my friend,
looks like
a tattoo artist, and he's a painter. So he knew how to put it on my body.
Yeah, it's unusual. I've never seen that.
Oh, thank you. Because I don't know.
So that's the only tattoo you have?
No, I have one on the back of my neck.
Okay, my son just got a tattoo, and he's 30 years old. He never wanted to put a tattoo. But finally, in Thailand, he decided to celebrate this path and this, what he accomplished with a tattoo. Because he always said, my body is my temple and everything. And then it took him like months to make a decision. He was very nervous.
Yes, because you have to
have your. He says it stays forever. I have to make a good decision for that.
Yes. What do you get?
He got something ethnic on his ankle. Really
to represent Thailand.
Yeah, represent the path of his. Like it's like a river actually, but very precise like this.
It's representing his life.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, my friend from France called me.
And so first I want to thank you
for
sitting down with me And I know we were both nervous, I guess, maybe a little bit, but
yes, I was very nervous.
And I have to let you get back to cook because I mean, you guys won't know, but we've been here for hours.
I had such a great time. I was nervous. I didn't want to do it, to tell you the truth. You know,
I'm so glad
I'm very private. I don't even do Facebook or anything. You know, I don't post anything. Nobody knows anything.
Nobody knows anything unless you come here.
Unless you
because as I reminded you, I reminded her when we took a break, I said, "Man, you tell your story every day, probably, or almost."
People,
but, but now it's being stamped onto the world.
Yes,
right?
True.
It's being stamped onto the world. Hi.
We are not open. I'm sorry.
You're not open?
No, we'll open later for dinner.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I need to get ready.
Okay,
for my kitchen.
Before we let you go, I am. See, now I'm nervous.
You had a long day yesterday.
No. Well, me and art, I'm gonna cry. Okay, hold on.
Oh, thank you.
I want to give you this. I want to give this to you, but and then I know that you said you put it on your wall. And so what I do is I take the Polaroids. We took Polaroids of you, and everybody at home is going to be like, "Oh, she's so sensitive." I am. And then I rip the Polaroid apart and I float it in water, and then we put it on watercolor paper. And we did 2 prints, and I could not pick what, because this is timeless.
Yes.
But then also this is you.
Yes.
Telling a story, and you will get both of them. But then
both of them.
I will let you. Well, then I'll get you a second frame. But I
love both of them.
with the one that you will pick one to put in the frame for today. Yeah, I just got super emotional because I just realized that my art's going on your wall.
It's beautiful. It's an honor. Thank you. Thank you.
I think we're going to be friends for a long time. I'm so glad.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, this is how I met the most incredible people. We just clicked in 1 second, like, oh, I've known this person forever.
Women
Yeah.
doing things in the desert.
Oh, I have a great
Oh, I should turn them around, yeah. People at home might want to see what we're talking about. So there's this first one.
You can say, oh, they talk too much there. I'm not showing
And
us
then there's
anything.
this. I know, yeah, I do. Well, often I do that. I'll be like talking and the camera will be backwards and I'll be like, oh yeah, I have to show you. And so, yeah, I did not expect to get that emotional, but that's okay. Because that's just me.
You know, you make your choice.
Okay, I will.
Because I love them
Okay.
both. Okay.
This was good.
All right.
And now we better let you go to work
You're the
because
artist.
people want
You're
to
the one
eat
who's
around
gonna
here.
choose.
People want to eat. They're like, wait, where's
Oh,
your
I know,
food?
I know. They are kind of disappointed.
I'm like, oh no.
I have to feed starving people right now.
Yes, because we've gone all day. So with that, I will say
thank
for your folks at home to remember to be grateful and make good choices in your own adventures. And we will catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
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 Oh my God. Oh, I did not expect to cry like that.